Hello, beautiful people. To current subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for being continued subscribers. And to anyone new stopping in for the first time, welcome. If you are not currently subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing and hit that subscribe button. And everyone, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for a like, as well as that notification bell so you do not miss any videos that I post. So this is a redo of my Friday video, Financial Friday, because I realized I missed some information and I want to give that information in this video. Don't know how to redo the video without filming the whole thing over, so I will take down the other one and post this one. I used this classic budget book, 682 pieces. Only one sticker came from this book. And then I used the Happy Planner Classic Size Undated budget book, Girls Just Want to Have Funds. So I'm going to get this out of the way so we can get started. Here we are at the monthly view. So I am going to start by talking about how all the bills got paid. So I used my last paycheck from February to pay for the bills from the 1st of March to the 8th of March. Then I got paid on the 4th, and I used the 4th paycheck to pay my bills from the 12th to the 22nd. And no, we're not at the 22nd, but this bill will get paid from the money that is still in my account from the paycheck on the 4th. This 4th paycheck also covered my digital envelope items for the 7th through the 14th. Now I have gotten paid on the 18th, and there are no bills to be paid in the month of March that are left. The only things I have over here are the 21st and the 28th for my digital envelopes, my groceries, my gas, my tithes, and eating out. So that's great. I know sometimes I take the last paycheck of the month like I did for February and pay the beginning of the next month, but that's 2 weeks. So there's going to be a paycheck that happens on the 1st of April. So I will be paying my bills with the paycheck from the 1st of April for the 1st through the 8th, and it will cover my digital envelopes from the 1st through the 11th. I haven't put a sticker here, but I will get paid again on the 15th, which will cover my end of the month bills. So this paycheck on the 18th, because there are no bills left in March to pay, and it does not need to cover the beginning bills of April, it is considered an extra check. Okay, not really extra as in you don't have anything that needs to get covered, because you do have your kind of like your necessity digital envelope things, gas, because unless you live close enough to walk to work and you don't need gas, then you don't need gas. But I don't live that close. I'm not walking and I'm not riding a bike, so I need gas. I need groceries because I do plan on eating all week for those 2 weeks. So I may not eat out, but I'm definitely also going to pay my tithes. I believe that covers everything. I did miss why this last paycheck was considered extra in my previous video, because I sometimes take my last paycheck to pay the following month, but since this paycheck does not need to cover the beginning of April bills, it is an extra check and there's nothing else to be paid in March. Okay, now I'm going to flip to where I set up my pages for my digital envelopes and my future expense funds. So here we are at the 2 pages that I'm using for this paycheck. This is for the weekly expenses, so I will write my weekly expenses on here. And I must say I did a fantastic job last paycheck of writing in my weekly expenses, and I even had a little color coding going on over there. Let me show y'all. Oh, hopefully this doesn't give a glare. Yes, I did. I did that. Okay. So, very proud of myself, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to do my weekly expenses here. And then over here is where I have my digital envelopes and my future expense funds. My numbers are written in here already because I did previously film this video. I did have to white out these two areas here, but it's all good. I wrote this in also now, so I can put my income here, my expenses, which is my digital envelopes, and my future expense funds total together, and then that will leave how much I have left over. This right here, I'll make sure I have my account buffer, and then I will put the rest into savings. If you are trying to pay down debt, I would make sure that I had an account buffer and then choose the smallest debt, and you may be able to pay it off if it's that small, or pay it down. So take that into consideration. And truthfully, you do not have to do your future expense funds. I'm going to cover this. This paycheck, you could truly just do your digital envelopes and be okay, and still take what you would put in your future expense funds and put that towards your debt as well. But if you are in a similar situation to mine, you don't have any debt, or you're down to your last debt, which may be a student loan. Let's talk about this. My only debt is my student loan. Right now, the government says, you don't have to make payments, and your student loan is not collecting interest. So I have been taking my student loan payment and putting it into savings, marking it as savings, so that I will have that lump sum. Once the government decides how much they're going to forgive, if I have anything left over, I will take that lump sum and I will put it towards that student loan payment. So that is that. If you have a student loan and it's not collecting interest, and you're taking those payments and you're putting them into savings, or maybe you're taking those student loan payments and paying down other debt, then you don't necessarily have to do the future expense funds. But if you did your future expense funds total off of how many paychecks you get in the year, it will throw those numbers off. So you probably will want to do your future expense funds. It just depends on, if you're willing to put in extra money to those future expense funds or sinking funds, or, whatever you're calling them. If you want to take, extra each check here on out and put into those, that's a decision that you'll have to weigh and see if it's a benefit, or if you just want to just go ahead and put your money into your future expense funds. So I chose to do this because I didn't want to throw off my numbers, because I did it off of 26 pay periods. Yes. And so that would throw my memberships off. Probably really the only one that I would be thrown off, which truthfully isn't a major deal, because if I skipped everything else, I could just next month take a little extra and put in there to make it break back on track, or to bring it back on track. So I think that is everything. Make sure you do your digital envelopes. If you want to do your future expense funds, make sure you do those. Give yourself an account buffer. And then if you have debt that needs to be paid down, take that extra money and put it towards debt. If you don't have any debt, this truly may be I got my digital envelopes, I have my future expense funds. This is money I'm going to go buy all of the things and do all the things. And then if you are in a situation like I am, and you have a student loan, and that is your only debt, and you're not making those payments but putting the money into savings, you may want to just take your money and the extra money that you have and throw it in savings. Or you may want to buy all the things. Not all the things, but maybe some of the things. So those are things to consider for this check if you got paid on the 18th or 19th and this is your extra check. Some of you may not have your extra check until April, but it doesn't hurt to go ahead and start thinking about those things now of how you want to make that extra check work for you. So we will get another check later on in the year. So I'll still be doing another video like this at that time. So I hope this was helpful. I thank you all for taking time out of your day to watch my video, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.